Hey everybody, welcome back. It's me, Amanda. Thank you so much for watching today. Today's topic is how to write your testimony. It's inspired by a friend of mine from church who is writing her testimony. I love hearing people's testimonies in person, online, or even in movies. Inspirational biopics is my favorite movie genre. I've heard many testimonies over the years from preachers, missionaries, and a variety of speakers. I also have some experience with this as I have been sharing my story on YouTube consistently for almost 4 years now. So I know what makes a good testimony, and I can definitely confirm it can feel very overwhelming the first time you try it. What do you say? Where do you start? What do you include? What do you leave out? It can all be overwhelming and panic-inducing, especially if you're going to present your testimony to a live audience or even an online audience. It's all nerve-wracking. Public speaking is the #1 fear, even over death. So with all that in mind, I thought I could compile a short list of tips to help you when you write your testimony, especially if you've never done it before. Let's get started. You ready? Let's go. How to write your testimony. #1, pray. Before you start writing, pray. The process will go so much better, smoother, easier if you pray. Ask God for help and that He will give you the words to say. #2, don't panic. People know you're nervous. You don't have to tell them. Some people find confessing they're nervous helps break the ice. I don't care. If you think it will help you get through it, do it. I don't think it's necessary. When you share your testimony, people just want to get to know you. You don't have to be formal if that's not your natural style. The most important thing is to glorify God through Christ. #3, pick a topic. Sharing your testimony usually means telling your salvation story. You tell what your life was like before you received salvation, how you came to salvation, and how your life has changed since. However, your testimony doesn't have to be limited to just your salvation story. It can be any part of your life you want to tell. The point is to share how you have seen God move in your life. But again, therein lies the questions. What topic do you choose? What part of your life? How do you condense 40 years into a 3-minute speech? So let me give you a few example topics to help you out. Topics can include things like healing from a disease or addiction, the loss of a loved one, the influence of a praying parent or grandparent, your experience with church before and after salvation, or another important event or milestone, your marriage, your family, your childhood, your career, your ministry work. That's a lot of topics. For me, on my YouTube channel, I tend to share about God's promise to me about my future husband. But if you're really stuck, just share your salvation story. Works every time. Once you picked your topic, #4, keep it simple. Don't get bogged down in details. Stick to the simple questions: who, what, when, where, why, and how. Who was with you? What were you doing? When did the story take place? Where were you? Why did it happen? How did it happen? Use details only to enhance the story, not bog down the listener. #5, make sure you have a beginning, middle, and end. I've noticed when someone gets up to share their story, they tend to tell a lot of detail about the beginning, or even when God showed up. But usually they run out of time and don't finish the story. I wish they wouldn't do that, because I want to hear the rest of the story. How is your life different since God showed up? What happened after the healing, after the reconciliation? So that leads me to my next tip. #6, practice and edit for time if necessary. These two go hand in hand, so I just lump them together. Once you have your testimony written out, practice it. In the mirror, out loud, on video, with a friend, or whatever. Practicing helps calm your nerves because, like with anything, the more you do it, the easier it gets. If you are presenting in person, find out if you have a time limit so you can edit it to fit in the time allotted. If you find out it takes you 30 minutes to read your testimony out loud, but you only have 10 minutes to present, you will need to revise and take out details so you can make your point in a more concise way. If you're doing a video, you can always edit out pauses and ums if you feel so inclined. And you can also do more than one take if you need to. So it's a little more forgiving than presenting in person. Number 7, don't panic. Once you've prayed, written, and practiced your testimony, don't panic and overthink it and second guess yourself. You are simply sharing what God has done in your life. That's what people want to know about. You've done your work. Now present it and let God take it from there. The end. I hope this simple list was helpful for you. Let me know in the comments if you've ever told your testimony or are planning to. If you like this video and would like to see more content like it, please give it a thumbs up and check out my how-to playlist in the description to see more. Thank you so much for watching today. Remember to listen to God and do what He says, and I will see you again in my next video. Bye!